UEFA Champions League quarterfinal preview and predictions. Atletico Madrid versus Dortmund. This is a very interesting game. During the draw-in, if you had asked Atletico Madrid, what team do you want to play against, they would definitely pick Dortmund. And if you ask Dortmund the same question, which team do you want to be drawn against, they will definitely pick Atletico Madrid. Personally, I think these are two of the worst teams still left in the Champions League. But they are good teams though. I expect a very, very tight game, both home and away. But because of the experience that Atletico Madrid have, I expect them to go through. There are players in that Atletico Madrid side that have played in the Champions League final, that have won the La Liga. So that extra experience, I just think, is going to take Atletico Madrid to the semi-finals. PSG versus Barcelona. Now, these are two teams that most people are not really expecting them to win the Champions League. Barcelona in the La Liga have not been doing well this season, but in the Champions League, they've done enough just to take them to the next round. PSG, they are top of the league, and as usual, they are gonna win it. It's what they do. But the Champions League is a whole different ball game. Both teams, for me, I don't really rate both teams to be honest, but I think PSG will win this one. I just think that Mbappe is on crazy form. He's a very good player. Barcelona, Lewandowski, I think he's a bit old now. He's not what he used to be before. So Barcelona are not quite what they used to be, even last year. So I expect PSG to be the stronger side, and I expect PSG to go through on this one. Real Madrid versus Man City. Now, this will be a very interesting game this year. Now, these two sides met last year. Man City eliminated Real Madrid. Now, Real Madrid last year was not quite what they are this year, because last year, their midfield, I thought, was too old. Kroos and Modric in that midfield, they just could not keep up with Man City. Man City just absolutely overran them with the like of Stones and even Grealish. This year, Real Madrid have some really young players in that midfield. Tchouameni, Camavinga, Valverde. So, in terms of legs, they are gonna be able to keep up with Man City, at least in midfield. Now, in attack, Real Madrid are really dangerous on the counter attack. The pace of Vinicius, Rodrigo, Bellingham as well, sitting in is really gonna hurt Man City. If you watch the Premier League, Man City can be very vulnerable on the counter attack, and I think that's what is gonna hurt them in this tie. I think Real Madrid is gonna go through in this one. Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. Now, this is another very interesting tie. Bayern Munich are not having a good season. They've done just enough to take them to the next round in the Champions League. Arsenal have had a fantastic season so far. They are absolutely flying in the Premier League. But when I watch Arsenal's game against Porto in the Champions League, both legs, Arsenal scored just one goal over 2 legs. Arsenal had to go all the way to penalties to beat FC Porto. Now, Porto are not a good side. They are currently sitting 3rd in the Premier League. The Champions League is very different from the Premier League. If this were a Premier League game, I would put my money on Arsenal all day. But the Champions League, the vibe is different, the atmosphere is different, everything is just different. That lack of experience, which is currently what Arsenal have, I think is going to cost them in this game. I think over the cost of 2 legs. Now, Bayern Munich are not the better side, but I think Bayern Munich will go through on this one. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.